Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Jed McKay, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast.
That's what I was waiting for, that announcement. Although that man's busy as heck. Alright, kids, welcome back to another episode.
You can't be our savior for everything, Phil.
What?
You can't be our savior for everything.
I know. Alright, kids, welcome back to another episode of the the Daredevil Podcast. I am Phil, joining... I'm trying. I'm going to will that into existence. And the devil of hell's... The devil of the southern hemisphere. Well, no. The southern border itself. It is... You know who she is.
Yeah, I don't even expect you. You can go down if you want.
I should say it on there. F you, you know who I am. Alright, so. Yes, we are going to cover two issues. Daredevil 343 and 344. The day after Chichester. And then we have two new issues to cover. Daredevil 10 and Daredevil 11. Which we haven't gotten to yet, so. Alright. Oh, and then I guess, yeah, at the end we can discuss, not that controversial or anything, but yes, we're getting a new Daredevil writer and a new number one in a few months, so.
Yeah, the new number ones definitely should be controversial. We should just be letting our numbers be numbers, but...
Oh, I saw that on Facebook and everything when they announced that today. Like, in the comments, everyone's like, why do we have to keep getting a new number one every year? It was like, everyone was like, why do we need a new number one? Why do we need a new number one? People are just sick of it. I mean, you're not fooling us anymore, Marvel.
It's almost to their detriment.
I mean, they think it... we've been doing this for how long now? You should know it's not bringing in new readers. It's just annoying the people who are already here. Because again, it's just like, okay, I got number one. Well, which number one?
Like, Spider-Man's volumes are ridiculous.
Oh,
now.
Spider-Man's up to what, like 6 or something now? Or hell, you went nuts. So how about the Punisher?
Oh, well, yeah, F in the chat for Punisher.
I mean, volume number, he's in double digits.
Oh, the nuts.
Remember when Frank Castle had like 3 ongoing books a month?
Yes, I do.
3 monthly books. They wish they could do that these days. We'll check something here. You know what's coming up this upcoming week, Lilith Hellfire. The thing you've been looking so forward to, Daredevil and Echo number 1. I just thought I'd mention it since this is the Daredevil Podcast.
I know.
Lilith was like, where can I get more Demo Goblin? Come on.
Exactly.
Because we don't have enough goblins. And
they just know what a lady wants, man. You know?
Exactly. Because Lilith was like, we don't have enough goblins and symbiotes running around these days. I need more.
Isn't that all there is? Plus X-Men and maybe a dash of Doctor Strange?
Yeah, but at least Doctor Strange is good.
Avengers.
Funny you should mention that. Doctor Strange and now the ongoing Avengers book written by Jed McKay.
I know, like I said, he can't be the savior for everybody. He's too busy.
I know. I don't know. I was reading Avengers number 1 today, and I was like, I don't know. Carol Danvers, Lilith Hellfire, maybe actually be able to stand Carol Danvers in this book.
Put her back in the black suit.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just what has to be done. We need legs.
Oh, nice.
It's the only way she's gonna be likable again. Unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles, kids.
Watch just live off her looks, Lilith Hellfire.
Yeah, she needs to go back to being like a real bitch.
Oh my.
That's all.
Yes, go back to being Lilith's hero.
She's off her edge. That's why I just can't relate to her. Exactly.
I told you. I think they just try to. I don't know. They took her and tried to create their female Wonder Woman, which I mean, her previous iteration, they could have.
Jean Grey's right there.
Yeah, but I think they wanted
Jean
someone.
Grey, like, listen, the first ladies of Marvel, Jean Grey and Sue, and they've done them dirty, both. Hell, you could even went with the Wasp.
I know, but I think
why are you pushing Captain Marvel?
they wanted someone who could physically like throw stuff around.
Like Jean Grey's originally literally Marvel girl. Like, hello, so stupid. That's all. That's a Patreon rant.
Or hell, Storm. Storm is so badass.
She's not as well written.
Well, I mean, are any of those X-Men at this point?
I don't know about well written, but overwritten Wolverine for sure. I think we scraped every panel that we can in between the panels.
Oh my god, if you read X-Force right now, I think they gave him a vacation. I was like, oh, it's about time. It's been 30 years.
I know.
I was like, oh my god, they did it. Alright, so let's get to these Daredevil issues, which I don't have synopsis for. Well, the first one had one, but it was like one sentence.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That really says it all, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I didn't check the Man Without Fear, so let's do that. All right. But you were speaking of Storm.
Well, considering he actually really likes Chichester, I don't think he has it.
Probably not. Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe not a favorable synopsis. But no, you're speaking of Storm. Did you see? I guess is it Anna Senti has a Storm miniseries coming out here soon?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Which again, I mean, there might be some.
I thought we talked about that already, but she also has another book too, so
she's
getting like busy again. And I'm like, what's going on here? Ooh.
Well, she might be benefiting.
Eyebrow raising.
She might be benefiting like some of them are. Just they're bringing back like old, writers from like the 90s and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know. They see the writing on the wall. Yeah. All right. There's a little bit of synopsis here. All right. So Daredevil 343 with the underwhelming cover. Recross by writer Warren Ellis, Keith Pollard, and Arvil M. Jones penciler, Tom Palmer inker. Cover Mike Dringenberg, colors John Calise, letterer Bill Oakley, and editor Marie Javins. Cover date August 1995, and cover price $150.
Oh, to quote Archie Bunker, those were the days.
Oh yeah, hell, I'd kill for $2 these days.
Slowly creeping to $5 on a consistent basis.
Yes, but we get backup stories. Alright, this one is an issue entirely Matt Murdock or Jack Batlin. No Daredevil and lots of action. Matt/Jack is trying to figure out who he really is. He puts all three of his identities on trial in his mind as he goes out to run errands. Yes. That trial continues each time he awakens from a blackout to fight. Once by a rogue cop beating him, again in a pool hall filled with killers who end up being cops, later to stop a rooftop cat burglar, and finally to stop a psycho killer. The trial of personalities continues into the next issue. Alright. So let's break this down.
Yeah.
Break it down. But yeah, I mean, you saw that, what is that, by page 3, Chichester's favorite scene where it's basically like, this stupid costume, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
And it's standing here.
It was kind of, like I said, I don't know why they let this happen. This just seems so punitive and so. Did
they need like a filler?
Malice.
And did they need a filler or something? Because I mean, this is Warren Ellis's only issue. I mean, DeMatteis picks it up next issue, so were they just like, we need to fill in, and maybe Warren Ellis was pissed he had to fill in or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because like Chichester never really mentioned that they had like ever met or before or after. So like to just come over behind somebody's work like this is just like, was he a Daredevil fan and just didn't care for the direction Chichester took, or like this feels personal and just vindictive and just petty in all the wrong ways.
I know, and it's just like
I'm just like, and the editors let it go through, and it's just really eyebrow raising. Like,
so I thought,
say what you want, but even DC wouldn't do this.
So I remember
even when they were mad at Kevin Smith, they never let somebody do this.
I know. I mean, it just seems so. It seemed weird when I first read it, and then now we've talked to Chichester. It seems very weird because I'm thinking. But again, I'm thinking maybe Warren Ellis didn't want to be thrown into this because just maybe they just like let Chichester go abruptly. Well, they did let him go abruptly, but I'm just like, was it? I don't know. They were just like caught. They were just like, oh, we need someone to fill in.
I don't know. I don't know.
But the whole premise
feels so odd.
But the whole premise is just weird because it's like Matt's going to do laundry, and it's just like I have no clean clothes except for this lawyer's suit. I kept, and he keeps blacking out. And every time he wakes up, he's like on his ass because he's like in a fight.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Like the cop.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Does Warren Ellis have a thing with cops too? Because one, it's that cop in the alley in the first one. The next one in the pool hall, when it looks like he's like beating these killers. Then the kid's like, "No, they are the cops."
I don't think Warren Ellis backs the blue. I don't think so.
At least not in 1995, he did. That's the other thing. I mean,
police brutality. Ooh.
I mean this issue should have been titled "Warren Ellis One Bad Day" or something, because that's just.
A petition to change the title. I will start it.
Oh yeah, I mean between
Warren Ellis's One Bad Day.
Between poo-pooing on the decisions Chichester made, and then just the cops, and this just screamed angry Ellis to me.
Yeah, like I honestly I feel like maybe he was a fan and he didn't like the direction. He's like, oh, this is my time to shine. Let me tell you how I really feel.
Or unless, I don't know, did he get notes or something?
Poor Matt's head. Like, he has so many concussions. What the heck?
Oh, yeah. I mean, besides...
He had so many concussions, you would have to expect him to not be blind anymore. Beat some sense into that big head of his.
Oh my god! Have I said that before? I'm like, what if we did this story about he's like one of the NFL quarterbacks where he's had so many concussions, and they're just like, what? Do you haven't had like 50 nervous breakdowns over the years. That's all that head trauma you've taken over the years.
Yeah, the hooker scene was kind of funny.
Oh yeah,
what kind of Daredevil are you in your armor? I was just like, oh, please.
I know. Just when you think Warren Ellis has moved on, he's like, no, we're back though. This stupid armor with the Venetian look. It looks like Venetian blinds. It's like,
oh my god! And then the hooker getting shot with her wig flying off. Like, I don't know what he thinks is going on in America. Like, that only happens rarely.
You think he was going for
this is a lot.
You think that hooker scene? You think he was just going for little?
I was like, Frank Miller. Eat your heart out!
Oh, no, I thought he was going for Daredevil Special Victims Unit.
What's with him, leaping off that car?
Oh, yeah, looks like leapfrog or something.
It's a lot of interesting artistic choices.
And then when he catches up with the guy who shoots the hookers, you see he's got the big crucifix around his neck and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, we're going for cops. We're going for religion. I'm like, oh, again, Warren Ellis, it just seems like he's going after everybody in this issue.
Yeah, Daredevil was just not the place for that. You could do that in The Punisher. You know what I mean? It's just not the place for that.
I mean, it just seems like this. I don't know. Did Warren Ellis write this on the worst day of his life? Just seems like he's angry about something.
Oh, and the Devil Advocates page is just absolutely awful. Mm-hmm. They're talking about issue 340, and I'm just like, ooh,
no.
This feels icky.
Yeah,
it feels icky. It's always actually felt kind of icky. It's very much Whiplash. A lot of tonal whiplash. You don't in retrospect, you can understand now, what was going on. But, as a kid, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I know. Like I said, it seemed, before I knew the whole story, it seemed really weird to me because I didn't know Alan Smithy was Chichester at first. So I was just like, boy, this.
All right, we got this Smithy guy.
This is all over the place.
Freaking Warren Ellis pissing all over everything. It's weird. The art is on par per usual Marvel house style at the time.
Yeah, somewhat, but there was a page or two that page. I mean, what is up with Matt's face in that page?
He's not himself.
That's why. Guess. But yeah,
yeah.
This whole thing is just weird. But I wonder, because it's like, again, like we said, we'll get into this the next issue. But it's like once DeMatteis takes over and we see the whole mental thing he has Matt going through. I'm like, did Warren Ellis get some of those notes and like, was this
where he wanted to go?
Was this?
You know what? Maybe the next person that they wanted on tap wasn't available. So like, you know, it's basically like one of those filler issues, but they got notes from the guy that's coming in.
Yeah,
he's having a nervous breakdown.
That's what I'm thinking. I wonder if that's why part of the reason Warren Ellis is so angry, where it's just like, yeah, we're on a deadline. You have to get this in right away. And two, well, here's the notes from the next guy, so try to work this in too.
Or wait, maybe he was mad because they didn't want him to be the next guy?
Maybe. Oh, maybe maybe he oh, you know why? Because after DeMatteis, they tried to take it like lighter because they tried to make Daredevil a little lighter. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they thought it was keep dark
for been in the muck for a while.
So maybe,
to be fair,
Warren Ellis did want to be the guy, and they were like, no, you're too dark. No, you're not the guy that like bring him, you know, lightened up the character. No. Or he made a pitch, and they're just like, no, we don't want it.
But you can do this filler.
Or maybe this was his...
Whatever you do, the next guy doesn't want that suit. So whatever you gotta do it.
Or was this his trial by fire, and they're like, nah.
You think?
I don't know. I mean, if this is
I don't know, because like I said, they let this through.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They're like, you got one shot, but, you know, and then somebody saw it and was like, nah.
No.
And again, I mean, there's no shame in losing out to James DeMatteis. I mean, that guy's been...
Plenty of people have lost out to that guy, I suspect.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how many decades has he been working? Oh, yeah. DeMatteis has beat out a lot of people for... I mean, not undeservedly. I mean, the man is a great writer, so...
Yeah, fan favorite for a reason.
It's you know... Has anyone?
I couldn't imagine living in an alternate universe where Warren Ellis just picked up the Daredevil book
after Chichester.
I don't know what that world looks like, man. Especially if this is anything to go off of. Jeez.
I just wonder what his plan would have been, because, like, you know, that had to be an editorial mandate where it's like 350. We need him back as Matt Murdock. No more Jack Batlin. We need Red Suit back.
He's like, maybe he pitched the yellow suit. I don't know. He's like, are you sure you want the red? Are you sure you don't want the mustard suit? Are you sure?
I don't know.
You know he can feel the colors.
I almost feel like that was the DeMatteis thing, just to be, you know, just to play with the whole mental thing, you know, mental breakdown thing.
Yeah. I feel like they really have it out for the yellow suit, to be quite honest. I like the yellow suit. I like to joke about it. I actually like the yellow suit. Doesn't make much sense in like a vigilante in New York way, but I like it. It's something different. We have so many like red guys, you know.
And again, it depends how you play it too. It's almost like the whole Moon Knight thing that like Houston did, where it's basically like, yeah, I wear white so they can see me coming, you know.
It's a warning.
Exactly. I want them to see me coming. I don't know. Maybe
yellow means yield, though, so I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
Yield to me.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I don't ever want to have to revisit this issue again.
Oh, don't worry.
It feels bad, and he should feel bad. Like, even if we didn't have the Chichester Chats, this has always felt icky to me.
Yeah.
And it feels even more icky knowing the backstory.
And again, even like
I don't think I've ever read a comic book issue this damn mean and vindictive. I don't think I have.
I mean, I know we've gotten some dark... I mean,
this is worse than Frank Miller. I'm just going to be honest.
I was going to say, that's what I was about to say. We've gotten some dark stuff from Frank Miller, and I don't think Frank Miller would be that do this.
Yeah, we can say a lot of things about Frank Miller, but I don't think he would ever do something
well, gunning prostitutes down in the street, that is Frank Miller all day.
That's all Sin City's about.
Oh, yeah.
Your mother's a whore! His fellow artists. Like,
yeah.
Who does this in an industry where, you know, especially at this time, it's very much who you know, and who you blow.
Whoa. Whoa!
Things like that.
Wow!
And like, imagine if I don't know what I would have done if I was Chichester. I would have ran into Warren Ellis. Like,
gobble, gobble.
Well, maybe, do you think maybe Ellis felt safe doing this because he heard that they had let Chichester go?
still,
I
like,
know.
It's honor among thieves. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, art, especially like the comic book artist industry, like, it's so small. It's so small.
Or I don't know Warren Ellis that well. Do you think, could it be like, was he trying to suck up maybe, where he heard like they had parted company in a not good way, so he's just like, yeah, get rid of that guy, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but like I said, no matter what, at the end of the day, editorial let this story go through.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
But again, I think we're climbing the 350 and the return to status quo. So I think as long as any step in that direction, they were just like, yeah, let it through. And again, like I said, maybe they were just, it was a deadline crunch, and they were just like, yeah, I guess let it through. DeMatteis will be here next issue, so just do it.
I've never really, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never really cared for Warren Ellis in the mainstream, like his Marvel stuff, like his creator own stuff, Transmetropolitan and Global Frequency and Red, are really great stuff, but like the Astonishing X-Men he did, and the Thunderbolts and that stuff, and Extremis. I actually hate Extremis. You probably could figure that out. So it's just like, ugh,
Yeah, what was it? Did he do Dark Avengers too?
It's never really a good fit for me. British intentions, it just doesn't really fit.
Well, he's another one like Bendis, who I think they are better on like their own creator-owned stuff than trying to play with someone else's toys.
Yeah, so I'm glad that he, like I said, I'm glad I don't live in that alternate universe where Warren Ellis just picked up the book and just went forever.
I know.
Yeah, this one, it's so icky, and it's even more icky for me. Let's go to the next one.
All right, yeah. All right, so
it's not much better, but it's a little better.
Yes. All right, so Daredevil 344, Old Soldiers. This one written by J.M. DeMatteis, friend of the show. Penciler, Ron Wagner. Inker, Bill Reinhold. Cover, Ron Wagner and Bill Reinhold. Colors, Christy Shealy, letter Jim Novak, and editor Marie Javins again. September 1995. Oh, okay. This is the point where we jacked up the price. This one was $195. Mm-hmm. So we just went from $150 to $195, kids. They're like, hey, $195. Hey, at least Warren Ellis isn't back again.
They charge us the premium for getting rid of them.
See, kids, we brought in a writer who cares about the character in his story. So, man, that's worth an extra 45 cents to you, isn't it? All right, so, oh my God, this first sentence. I don't know if I've ever heard a truer sentence. All right, first sentence of this summary: Daredevil, hanging on gingerly to his sanity.
I mean, and we never really recovered. He's been doing that for a while.
So at least since Born Again. Come on. Daredevil, hanging on gingerly to his sanity, begins by questioning his motives and his apparent love of violence. It's about time.
Like, your dad was a boxer. You come from a long line of, troubled, physically abusive guys. What do you want?
Well, yeah, he was beaten as a child, and two, it's like all that pent up anger. I mean, how many times we have to go over the pent up anger? It's like, oh yeah, he wouldn't let you fight as a kid. As you took, not only was your father beating you, but you're getting beaten on the playground, and that pent up anger. Oh Lord. Oh yeah, this was part of a crossover. Meanwhile, the Punisher is confused from events which took place in Marvel's Double Edge Alpha and Omega, and has lost.
Doesn't this have something to do with Doctor Strange too? Like, the next story after this is like Doctor Strange.
It's so weird because I think we talked about this a little with Chichester, but the Marvel Edge line. I'm assuming they just took characters that didn't fit in any other category, and because it's like Daredevil, I think it's Daredevil, Punisher, Doctor Strange, and I think they even threw the Hulk in here.
They did.
Yeah, and it's just
you got to remember, it went from Marvel Knights to Marvel Edge. That was that transition. Yeah.
It's like, I'm just like, why? Because it's Professor Hulk and he picked up a gun once. I'm like, well, what the hell? Well, remember, kids.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Hulk is super strong, but some of his threats haven't been cosmic.
Yeah,
It's the military, honestly.
Yeah.
I kind of get it.
Yeah, but I always thought that like this was supposed to be like street level. I'm like, Hulk never struck me as street level. Hulk smash street level.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you had a Hulk protecting your city, I don't think anybody would come to your city.
Well, it's so weird. I mean, they were just trying to squeeze everyone into categories because, like, I think
to sell.
Well, yeah. Well, this was the era too where they were trying. Well, they were trying to squeeze New Warriors into the Spider-Man line. And it's like, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why they shoehorned Ben Reilly on.
That's why they were damn near bankrupt in 1989.
Well, that's why they.
Like I told you, that was the time when it was really bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, they're ousting Sand. You know, the whole thing. It's a whole thing.
That's why we're shoehorning Ben Reilly onto the New Warriors.
He had to go somewhere.
Yeah. Well, they had that way they can be in the Spider-Man line.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, this was all
big brain moves, Phil. Big brain moves. Like, give me Kane instead, please. I don't want to deal with that.
So yes,
it's like put an Aquaman with the Outsiders. You're like, you can do it, but you probably shouldn't.
You can do it. So yes, kids. Hard as it is to believe, Frank Castle has lost his mind. He stalks and
It's not the first time, and it's definitely not the last time.
He stalks and apparently kills Nick Fury's son to teach Fury a lesson. Nick Fury encounters Daredevil while Daredevil's wrestling for answers to who he really is.
Great, two freaking mental patients.
I know, I love that.
With violent shrieks, that's nice.
I love the inner monologue of Nick Fury when he's like, "Oh, if I live to be 100," I'm like, "Aren't you already?"
Well, you know, to age to be 100, I guess.
I guess, but I'm
mental anguish is just, not quite exquisite enough for him.
I mean, he was old enough to be a soldier in World War II. I'm just like,
exactly.
aren't you 100 already?
Aren't you a highly commando? Isn't that how you got in your predicament, sir?
I told you, I do it now, Marvel. I want to see a Chichester book where he give him Nick Fury again, and Nick Fury's just like,
he's a better man out of time, to be quite honest.
Exactly.
As somebody who doesn't really care for Cap.
I mean, Steve Rogers slept through a lot of it. Nick Fury's been awake every second of it.
The difference of that, yeah. Totally.
That's what it should be in Nick Fury and Cap's miniseries, and be like, yeah, the differences between sleeping through decades and living every damn second. That's why I said I wanted that story where Nick Fury's like, I want to die already, but they won't let me die.
Every time I think I'm done, they pull me back.
Infinity Formula, magic, and it's just like Nick Fury.
I did like the Nick Fury twist, but a junior twist, but we kind of swept that under the rug too. So.
Oh yeah. The Punisher interrupts, and after a brief skirmish...
I'm surprised this didn't have much of a synopsis, though.
Yeah, I know. And after a brief skirmish, tells Nick where to find his son. It turns out the Punisher actually didn't kill Fury's son, but decided that showing Fury temporarily what it is like to lose your child, and threatening Fury that it wasn't over was enough for now. Yeah, he's the mercy bullets, but he almost actually did kill it.
Yeah.
Doped him up too much. The issue ends with Daredevil now wearing his old yellow costume, catching 2 kid burglars. He lets them go, but as he stands over them, he tells them to spread the word that the real Daredevil is back.
Okay, buddy.
Well, again, we covered the next couple issues.
It's Marvel New York. No one cares about Daredevil. Can we be perfectly honest? Like, he's not like a major threat.
Well, 1995.
If you're not the Kingpin or Bullseye, or the Hand, like, really? Does Daredevil really care about you? No.
Well, I mean, the street punks are scared of him because they're like, the bigger heroes aren't going to waste their time on us. But yeah, Daredevil will take time to swing down and beat our asses.
Yeah, but that's all he's going to do. He never, like to
Lilith.
He never even bothers to call the cops.
Lilith, if he does,
Spider-Man, whip him up.
Remember, Lilith, he's going to pull Batman. He's going to kill you with medical bills,
I know.
And then sue you on for the representing the hospital.
That sounds like something Matt would do. He wouldn't work with slimy hospital administration.
He'll screw you worse than those women. Yeah, let's die.
Ew.
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 I know. That was dark. It's not Warren Ellis dark, but it's kind of dark.
Are we going to have to sue Warren Ellis for twisting Phil's mind? Maybe.
Seriously, this thing's been rattling around in my head since 1995. Warren Ellis! Just going to have a meltdown on the internet. Warren Ellis did this to me. But yeah, no, the couple was...
Phil's hit list. It's going to be like Kevin Smith, Bendis, Warren Ellis.
That's right, you made the list, Warren Ellis. You tainted my love for
Zeb
Daredevil.
Wells is well on his way.
Oh, please. Zeb Wells is well on his way.
He might be the first.
Zeb Wells is on his way to being number one. He's going to fridge a young teenage girl, kids. And again,
We
the whole...
haven't done that in so long. I thought we were past that in comics, honestly.
This whole this whole volume of Amazing Spider-Man, which I'm sure we'll get to on Ultimate Spider-Cast, Kamala's been here, and you're like, why is Kamala here? We've been waiting in the refrigerator the whole time.
To die, yeah. I just had this conversation jokingly. Don't get your panties in a twist, but we were watching it was like The Strange, and it's like Roger he's in it, he finally joins the group, but he's the only black guy. Like literally the day he joins, he dies. I go, well, that's why you don't want to be the only black person in an all white group. You know you're gonna get it. Yeah, Kamala, you should go look around at your surroundings. It's like, nah, I'm good.
Oh yeah, especially in
This doesn't add up.
any kind of fiction, horror movie, any of it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's like, this is not a good place to be.
I
hope Miles kicks his ass. He's like, it was because of you.
I'm going
back to my own universe, man. I'm out of here.
Well, we are doing some kind of ultimate event this summer, so you never know.
Exactly. I think that would be hilarious.
And then at least until she comes back, we're going to give Peter another floating head of guilt.
Does he even know her?
Yeah, but he'll be there when it happens.
We'll talk about it on Ultimate Podcast. But I thought the potential of that scene of him in the canyon and that big crater and stuff. Oh, what did Peter do? Like, I thought that was going to lead to such great things. I was so wrong. I wish I had a time machine. I wish I had just...
I know, because they acted like Peter did something so horrible, and it's like, no.
Just all the lies, man. All the deceit.
Lies.
It's been boring. The Norman thing was stupid.
Zeb Wells, you...
Like I said, take me back to Tombstone days, and let's just stay there.
Zeb Wells, you sit on a throne of lies.
Sit on a throne of shit. Talk about poop or get off the pot. Boy, did he ever.
Right on.
Enough of that. We'll save that for Spider-Cast.
Right on our front porch. And he lit it on fire. All right.
Oh, yeah. Let's get to the new stuff, because the new stuff was at least interesting.
That's right, because, yes, we have two.
It did make me feel icky and sad.
Yeah. All right, so that's there's our new punching bag, Warren Ellis. All right, kids.
Put him on the list, Phil!
All right, so we hadn't covered 10 yet, so yes, we got 10 and 11 this time.
That's just the way that the books happen to fall.
Yes. Yeah. I do like that cover for 10. Oh,
it's so nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The covers are nice. I mean, 11's not bad either. What are we doing? So yeah, 10's basically, the whole hand stuff's falling down around Matt. And Spider-Man and a bunch of Avengers show up. And it's like, really? Matt, you staked your whole plan on a bunch of these villains? You staked your plan on Stegron?
Yeah. Is he losing the plot again?
I don't know. But Levy tries to take down Peter, and Peter's like, yeah, not having it.
Yeah, they both kind of have issues with responsibility and turning their backs on people and running away. I get it. I get the parallel.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, last month I remember when I was reading this.
Are we losing Martichetto's art when we get a new?
Yeah, I believe we're getting a new artist too. Yeah.
Oh, I really like Marco Cicchetto's art. That's sad.
Yeah.
Did they say who the new artist was?
Yeah, I'll look it up. But yeah, I believe they did. But I swear I heard you cheering when the whole time Elektra's fighting Captain America. I heard you screaming, "Beat his ass!"
I was like, okay, this is interesting. Yeah. That's it, but his reputation's already pooped. Like, it actually technically hasn't recovered from the last situation we just had. So I'm just confused by that. That's all.
What?
When he went to prison, like, are we just all gonna forget that? Okay.
Oh, I know.
It's like they're trying to even rub his reputation more on the poop. I'm like, in America, being an ex-con is you get a McDonald's job. That's how that works.
Oh my.
You know what I mean? So it's just like,
so what?
We need to add salt in the wound to this one.
So what? Working for the hands, like working at McDonald's? Well,
I mean, literally bottom of the barrel, right?
I mean, you are working for the beast. So.
No offense to people who have to work at McDonald's.
Hey, I have worked at McDonald's. Yeah, it is like working for the beast.
Yeah. So.
I'm not even saying I'm not that denigrating anyone who's working there. I'm just saying, that company.
Well, yeah, the way you get treated, like, it's just like, I hate how people's like, well, fast food's for kids first. Who's serving you while you're at work? Everybody deserves a living wage.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing. That's what I mean by that.
Yes.
I think $15 an hour is actually too low, and it's actually, with cost of living and inflation, it should actually technically be $25 in 2023, but that's another rant for another time. But yes, Noel, I stand with you. Late stage capitalism is the worst.
Just made his day.
But no, like, I get, like, the whole focus of is like friendships and alliances, and how just one bad day can change everything. I'm like, it's giving DC, bro. You don't want to be DC right now.
Oh, I know.
But no, it's like I said, it's interesting, and I was like, oh, can we get Electra her own book yet? No, okay.
I mean, look at her. I mean, she's holding her own, because it's like it basically takes Captain America and Black Panther to take her down.
Yeah, she is like a little OP right now, and I'm kind of loving it.
I know. I think she was about...
Just go stick a knife in Carol Danvers. Then I will love her forever.
Whoa! Talk about some erotic violence there. Jeez.
Cat fight, Jerry. Cat fight.
Oh, yeah.
Good old red versus blue.
That'll get you some sales, kids.
Just say it. Just throwing it out there.
But I don't know how I feel about, like, this, what's the guy's name, where it's basically like, oh, I've been manipulating you your whole life, Matt Murdock,
Okay, I just don't like the name. Like, really, honestly, the Red Fist saga, that's what we're doing? That's just been my whole thing, just a little chuckle.
Yeah. I don't know, it's supposed to sound,
I was like, why are the Avengers here? Get out of here, Avengers!
Well, I mean,
get your peanut butter out of my chocolate.
Yeah, but I mean, you are like, as far as they know, you're organizing a group of supervillains.
And mind your business. You have the whole Thunderbolts to worry about. Get out of here.
Well, suppose
there's so many other things they could be too.
Well, no, supposedly Luke Cage has got the Thunderbolt thing under control.
Well, we'll never know because he doesn't have his own series. So.
Oh, I know.
So
Yes, because that would have been
hashtag still bitter.
Too much of a hot button issue.
God. But like to me, the Avengers always feel like they're in the wrong. They always feel like the villains to me. I'm sorry. The main Avenger team anyway. West Coast Avengers, not you. Sit down. It's okay. But yeah, main Avengers, they always feel like they're in the wrong.
Well, again, sometimes too, like people give them the old Frank Miller treatment, where it's like, oh, they're stooges for the government, like he did with Superman. Not so much anymore, but I know, like really, like 80s and 90s, they were just like, oh yeah, they're the government.
Well, if that's the best the government has, no wonder Earth was always in peril.
Oh, damn. Well, maybe we could have some X-Men in here if they weren't impossible clones at the moment.
Oh yeah, X-Men need to stay in their own corner for quite a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so weird seeing Avengers and Daredevil and Electra. It's just like, whoa. What? I was like, it's like a bad cartoon at that point. It's like, it's a bad Fox 90s cartoon. Oh, they would have creamed their jeans for the Avengers cartoon back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. But then, oh my God. What the hell's going on in issue 11?
Ooh, what is going on in issue 11?
I mean, it looks like the whole thing, the whole hand thing's literally burned down. Matt's basically just like staying at Cole's place, and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" Supposedly,
well, ninjas go too far. It's what they do, bro.
I know, but supposedly Foggy, something has to be up. This can't really be happening or something because, like, one, Foggy's dead, and then the whole thing with the Stromwells where Matt's like basically carving his eyes out. I'm just like, this can't be.
Yeah, he's having a nervous breakdown. Don't worry about it.
I mean, this has to be an illusion or something because I'm just a hallucination. Because
if this is real, this is why you're like, sir, you're gonna have to go now. This is too dark.
I know. I mean,
this is too dark. We got a whole TV show coming up. No, you can't be doing this.
I mean, I know he's blind already, but just like carving out the eyes, I'm like, oh no, something's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally putting the Hells in Hell's Kitchen there, bud.
Exactly. So. Yeah, so Chip has 3...
But, like, it's like his guilt? Like, we're back to this, though. That's what I'm so worried about.
Yeah, well, he thinks Foggy...
And the self-flagellation of it all is just like, ooh, I don't...
Well,
we've been down this road as fans so many times. Like, so what do you have new to add to it besides making it a little darker and a little creepier?
Yeah, exactly. Well, again, he thinks Foggy's dead, so, that's basically the last real friend he had left.
Yeah.
Again, this can't be what it appears. Because again, too, it's like Foggy. Seems like Foggy died, off panel. Yeah, no, that's new.
Although, to be fair, he didn't seem like he cared for Foggy much. He sidelined Foggy a lot, and like I said, when we're getting a new, team, they have carte blanche to do whatever because they're going to come in and fix it.
Yeah, it's true, but I'm just saying, how are they going to fix it? Well,
it's all a dream. He's mad again. Anything.
Yeah. Well, Chip has...
It was Mephisto for all we know. Mephisto's up to things in the Spider-Man universe. So why not, he's got a thing for Matt too. I'm just saying, I smell a crossover. Well, that's all I'm going to say.
Well, yeah.
I smell a crossover in the very near future.
Well, remember the Endocenti stuff? I mean, yeah, he has cross paths with Mephisto. I don't read
solicits anymore. So I'm just saying, just naturally, Mephisto's around. He has a thing for Daredevil. So he's gonna swing his way over there too when he's done with Pete.
Well, I don't think they've spoiled like in the solicits for anything. What's coming in Chip stuff. I know Chip has 3 more issues of this. So
I'm just saying, Mephisto pops up, he's gonna pay Matt a visit. So
Mephisto. Oh,
red shoes.
And then this one was $4.99 because we got a backup story.
I could have done without the story as always
with the new Iron Fist.
It's like, why are we putting Iron Fist here? Because, because Luke Cage doesn't have a book. But that's right. The place where it would make sense.
So, yes, kids, we got this.
Oh, Misty Knight also doesn't have a book. That might make sense over there, too. So, anywhere where Iron Fist could make sense.
Although, yes, Misty Knight currently appearing in the Miles Morales book.
Yes, for random reasons.
No.
Not that I don't like it, but not all black people have to know each other. That's all I'm saying.
No, they just have to share a book. That's all.
Exactly.
So.
Well, Storm, I don't know where you're going to be, but.
Well, she's getting her own miniseries, but yeah. Set in the past, so.
I was like, well, we did the Gambit thing in the past, so let's see what else they got cooked up.
I mean.
She's going to be the new Wolverine where they're like, we're going to scrape every in-between panel that we can.
I'm assuming those things are selling well because I mean they keep going back to the well for the miniseries like set in like the 80s and 90s because I mean this is the second or third time they've done it with X-Men. They did it with Joe Fixit. I mean they're Spider-Man. They did it a few times, so they must sell. So Marvel, that must be telling you something when people are.
They're selling, but I think the reason why they're like miniseries is because they need a quick boost for and usually happens around end of quarter or beginning of quarter to make it look more make them look more profitable.
Well, yeah,
is the thing.
And prequels too. You don't want those to go too long,
Yeah, unless it's Wolverine.
Because eventually it's gonna be hard to weave through continuity. Yeah.
Well, what's that, babes?
Well, Marvel tries, unlike DC.
They haven't been trying very hard lately, but that's still
I know they used to, but I don't know. As new writers come in, they're just like, yeah, F it. Yeah. But Marvel used to try.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they didn't used to try. They tried their little hearts out, and then finally it just all came crashing down on them because of corporate greed.
Then we just had writers in here who said, "F continuity, I do what I want."
Spend this.
Yeah, I've never seen Chip get this dark. I hope he's not going through something.
But again, like I said, I mean, hopefully maybe it's just like an illusion or something. Maybe it's a trick by the hand.
It's gotta be. Like, we're all a little too savvy. We're like, yeah, no body, no death, bud.
And again, too, Foggy, the guy who literally has been here since day one, we're going to kill him off panel? I don't think so.
Oh, no, he just ran off to LA to become a porn star. That's all.
Wow! Oh, he's going to go the Karen Page route?
Yeah. There you go. Why? Because his mother's a whore!
Oh! Which one?
Your mother's a whore! Both of them, but that's not my business.
No, mine. No. I had the name Foggy before I got into porn. All right. And the announcements. So, yes, kids, in September, we are getting a new Daredevil #1 surprise by writer Saladin Ahmed, who was I know from that previous Miles Morales series and.
Nonstop? That did stop?
No, not nonstop. No, that the Miles Morales.
Yeah. Wasn't he part of that?
Oh, was he? No, I don't think he was.
I feel like.
Or.
Oh, you sure?
I don't know. No, I thought that was someone else.
Oh, okay. Maybe I got my.
Yeah, I thought that was just.
There were so many Spider-Man books at the time.
We're
kind of down to the basics.
Was that Joe Kelly or something? I thought it was just another stupid white guy.
Philip, be nice to your fellow kind.
I was gonna say I can say it. Hold on, let me look up Nonstop Spider-Man. Yeah, it's one of those ironic titles, kids, like Final Crisis.
Yeah.
Hold on, Nonstop Spider-Man. Go to pick an issue. All right. Yeah, no, it looks like Joe Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought missiles on that first cover would be a good idea. All right. Yes. Let's give them more fodder. Phallic objects on the front cover.
Subtext.
This thing's a real boner, kids. All right. So yeah, Daredevil #1 in September will be by writer Saladin Ahmed and Aaron Cooder, Kuder.
We're just going to call him Cooter from now on.
What up?
Until he comes on the show to correct the record.
Yes. Oh, I guess they must have had a This Week in Marvel episode on their podcast where Chip and Saladin were all both on there talking Daredevil. So.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I just didn't listen to it.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it either.
The only podcasts I listen to are my own.
No, my. Okay, Charlie Esser. Don't mind me. I don't listen if I'm not the one talking.
I like to live in my own little bubble. It's fine.
I know. It's like when Rob Southgate was looking for you this week. I'm like, yeah, I text her. She's like kind of off social media. She's like Bill Murray. Drop her a message. She might get back to you, kid.
Send up a smoke signal.
Oh, jeez. Go through my Charlie Esser drops here.
Sorry to make you listen to all this, Lilith.
Let's finish doing the podcast we get paid nothing for.
Okay, let's actually do the podcast that we get paid nothing for.
Liv, this is the anger on that.
That's just alcohol. I know it well.
I swear there was some point, like years ago, where he thought like Rob was making all this money. I'm like, no.
Podcasting, unless you're like one of the big nobody. Unless you're Joe Rogan, nobody's making money.
unless he was just making a jocularity. I'm just like, no, Rob, no. Rob's probably in the red. Come on.
Oh, he had to be. Those are so many podcasts.
All right.
Those were the days.
Yes. Oh my God. I forget. What were we talking about? Me and Justin were recording, and I was telling him the tales of Casual Friday Superman back. Remember that? I'm like, just say Casual Friday Superman to Lilith. She'll know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Thank you. Shout out to Tyler who coined the term. I was like, yes, no, that's exactly what it is.
But I was like, that was just a weekly conversation with me and Lilith. That damn Casual Friday Superman.
It was like something out of like Smallville. It's like, bro, just put a hoodie on him. Man, go ahead. just rename on the red, blue blur. I dare you. Go ahead. Oh. Why do you gotta make me so mad, Phil?
Why? I
Do
didn't
you want me to do the Wonder Woman Snickers ad rant? Is that what you're trying to get?
I was about to say, I didn't say the Wonder Woman Snickers ad.
At this point, take a shot every time you use that reference. It's just become so relevant now. That was literally that marked the beginning of the end. Honestly, now that I look back at it,
I don't know. This week we got Flash $7.99 and Wonder Woman $7.99. So I'm like, are they going to drop both 800 issues in the same week again?
That'd be so stupid, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not really making a lot of fanfare about it either, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen. I'm gonna miss Chip, but like I said, I got a lot of Chip creator own stuff, so
Yeah.
I like that a lot more, and if that gives him time to focus on that stuff, I'm really happy for him. If that was his decision to move on, it was mutual.
Yeah.
He wasn't pushed out.
I mean, he probably does need a little break because, yeah, he does have the creator and stuff, and he is doing everyone's favorite character.
Batman, my favorite character.
The chance is never zero. We are talking Red Batman.
Well, she gave me the opening, Ray.
Ew.
Don't blame the chimp when he shoots someone with the gun. Blame the person who gave him the gun.
Listen, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Or in this case, chips kill people.
Oh my! I thought you were going to say.
Not a responsible gun owner. That's not my problem.
I thought Lilith was going to say guns don't kill people. I kill people.
Who am I, Frank Miller? Oh, they won't stop playing that damn Michael Keaton flash drive. I am the Batman. Your mother's a whore. Batman. I got out of the corner of my eye at work. I saw like 3 different times. I'm like, holy shit, man! They're really playing up that Michael Keaton factor.
Oh, that train wreck's coming.
I mean, he's like the only person we're going to see the movie for. If we're all being perfectly frank.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like that's going to be the only good scene. The only good scenes where they were talking about his parents and all that stuff, and like, oh, you're actual superhero. I'm like, this honestly should be like Green Lantern telling him this, but it's not my deal. It's not my problem. We got what we got.
Ezra Miller's last ride.
I mean, give him 5 years, he'll be back.
Hopefully not as the Flash, but yes.
No, not as the Flash. Oh well, yeah. James Gunn doesn't want none of that.
Yeah.
He's still on probation as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, trust me, kids. If it wasn't before, this movie's gonna reboot the universe into the Gunniverse. So,
yeah.
All right. Anything else with Hellfire?
No, but I mean, at least one of our heroes seems to be on track and in good hands, even if we're having a changing of the guard. I'm looking forward to Daredevil. I'm looking forward to doing a weekly Daredevil when the TV show comes out, or however they're gonna drop that, and maybe not doing so much Spider-Man. That would be very refreshing.
Oh my! See what you.
I mean, if it's going the way it's going at this point, yeah, Spider-Cast might be once a month and Daredevil might be weekly. Oh, how the tables turn!
We'll see.
How fickle the pickle becomes.
We'll see whatever writer we have next year. You know.
Let's see if they can do any better.
Yeah, Zeb. Well, can they do worse? Oh.
Spider-Man's in trouble, guys. Daredevil's on the upswing, so this is like some kind of bizarro world we're living in, but I'm here for it. It's Daredevil's time, man.
They'll never admit it publicly, but you know they're not happy with the publicity Zeb's giving them, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh, people care about us killing a young brown girl. Ooh, I'm like, yeah, it's 2023, babes. It's not 1993.
Yeah, it's a young girl. Oh, a young girl of color. Oh, okay. I mean, people were up in arms when they thought it was Mary Jane. It's worse now.
Because, obviously they were going to bring her back. Like I said, it couldn't have been Mary Jane. They were telegraphing it too much. Mm-hmm. So it couldn't have been her.
Do you think they were just like...
Oh, what if they lied, though, and it's not Miss Marvel? What if it's a diversion? Because, like, honestly, like, who would leak that against Marvel's will? You know what I mean?
Maybe. Do you think it's somebody inside the company is not happy with this either?
Ooh.
Because
they're pretty good about leaks, man. You know, they literally give Tom Holland fake scripts. So
yeah, but literally, it's still 2 weeks out. I don't think any stores have any advanced copies or anything yet. So who could have leaked it? Who else could have leaked it? Well, was it?
I'm not saying IGN, but maybe IGN.
Oh, do they have review copies or something?
Yeah. They are bootlickers of Marvel, but people have been getting on them about being bootlickers, so maybe this is... I don't know, but like, seems like a suspicious leak.
But again, maybe they weren't happy with this, you know?
Yeah. We'll see. Let's see who gets fired in the next couple weeks. They're gonna figure out who did it. But I thought it was Zeb who accidentally said it or something. Somebody said something like that.
I don't know. I saw someone actually had they had the images of the pages, so I don't know.
Oh, is that? Oh.
No, there's actually, you can find there's 2 or 3 pages floating around out there where you see Peter cradle.
Yeah, that seems like the previews that they. Oh.
Yeah, Peter's cradle with Peter
They might stop giving out previews altogether now.
I know, that's what I'm saying, because Peter's actually holding Kamala as she's dying and stuff. Yeah, so.
Now they could do what they use. This could be a fake out though. I don't know. Back in the day, at least ABC, for Lost specifically, they would literally put out fake spoilers.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh my God, can you?
I don't know. Maybe this was a trap all along. I hope.
But I mean, would that even piss people off even more if they're like, haha, no, it is Mary Jane after all? I mean, it
would be so funny if that's actually what's happening here, because that just seems so weird to spoil something that big 2 weeks in advance. I can see the Tuesday before, you know what I mean?
Do you think it's just a shock though, or there's people hoping people get over it, and are just instead of just day of or the day before?
I already wasn't gonna buy it. Now I'm definitely not gonna buy it.
Right.
I'm riding the 7 Seas for that one, me mateys.
Well, they even released the cover because they had that top secret too for that fallen friend number that comes out the same day.
Yeah, that wasn't even supposed to come out till the 31st. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Amazing was supposed to come out earlier, but now Amazing's coming out I think on the 31st too. So.
Yeah, they were trying to make it all come together.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daredevil's on the upswing, guys. Get your stock in on Daredevil. Spider-Man's about to hit a Superman low, I feel.
But I do love the meme of just because they took that one of those preview pages, everyone's standing around crying over Kamala. And Norman's standing there crying, and someone just made the meme. They're like, really? You're crying over this girl getting killed in honor of the 50th anniversary?
I could have boned her, man.
Wow! She didn't go off a bridge or nothing.
What a waste of butter.
She had a heroic death and not some senseless tragedy of falling off a bridge. No.
Oh, too bad. It's what if he tried to do the same thing with Gwen Stacy? He's like, damn it, I thought I perfected it, and actually is the one that snaps Kamala.
Oh.
My fetish is to get touched by a white man with cornrows.
That would be kind of funny in a morbid way.
Shocking.
Just me? Okay, that's fine. I'll be out here on this limb all by myself.
I'm just angry. I'm just there again. The most shocking thing in 50 years. Nah, well, you guys kill a superhero at least once a year now.
Yeah, they really oversold that.
Yeah.
Senseless, maybe. Not shocking. I think he's not very good with his vocabulary.
The most shocking issue in 50 years. I see we're pulling from the Dan Slott playbook now.
Well, every issue can't be the most shocking.
Well, Dan Slott tried to make it.
The most shocking was that he still had a job.
Oh my!
And that they invited him back. Although I do like that book more than Amazing.
Well, I was gonna say, was he on his way out
No.
Was he on his way out the door and he handed them a new resume and all it said was, "I'm not Zeb Wells."
Well, they put a specific artist with them too to make sure that the book sold.
Yes, the greatest Spider-Man artist of all time. Yes, Mr. Mark Bagley.
Ray, somewhere are you talking about Alex
Savio? Oh, Ray. Out of the pouch.
Where's our Alex Soviak drop, by the way? Come on, Ray. Get it the next time the Bad Babysitters Club gets convened.
Ah, yes.
It was just a really nice package.
Well, for Daredevil, definitely not Spider-Man.
Whoa!
Listen, I'm excited. The most I've been in a while, and I'm hoping new merch comes out and stuff. I need me a new Daredevil T-shirt.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking today. I'm like, I need a new Daredevil T-shirt. Oh wait, I have top secret audio of a Spider-Man editorial meeting.
Go ahead, throw it in.
That's more like when they make the movies, not necessarily the comic books.
What is the purpose of this storyline?
Sucking the life force.
Yeah, out of your fan base for sure.
Exactly.
Because, like I said, I'm kind of over. I've been over Spider-Man for a little bit. This is like the icing on the cake.
Look, kids. I've corrupted her, and now she has joined the petty side.
Babes, I've always been petty. I'm just more salty than I am petty.
She's so salty.
Yes.
It's so salty.
I'm as salty as spiderweb fluid, I imagine.
Wow. Yeah, she never tried herself, kid. She's as salty as Twinkies and toaster strudels, kids.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
On that note, give the kids the homework so we can skedaddle.
All right. Anyway, yes. Thank you for all this. What have we learned today, kids? Warren Ellis, Zeb Wells.
Your whole family can suck it.
All right. Next time, we're going to cover Daredevil 197 through 200. A normal size.
Oh, we're taking a step back.
Normal size 200.
Oh, the last time they'd ever do that.
Psh, exactly.
Well, probably the last time a book got to 200, but.
Although it is a Daredevil bullseye fight, so.
And they fight for 22 pages.
I was gonna say it might be Frank Miller, but I think Frank was already gone by that point. Oh no, it's a Mr. Dennis O'Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, kids. So yes, next time Daredevil 197 through 200, and whatever new issues we have by then, we might have 12. So that'll be next month. So we might have 12 by then. We'll definitely have Daredevil and Echo #1 by then.
I'm gonna give it a chance, but don't expect me to be nice.
She's like, I'm just here for Demo Goblin.
No.
She's like, Phil, don't make me hurt you. All right, kids. So yes,
I will get on a plane right now.
Oh, please. Shut her down. Shut her down. Shut her down. Shut her down, airlines, just like you did at Christmas time. All right.
We all have beef with Southwest. It's fine.
So beef. All right, kids. So send us all the thoughts, especially all this Spider-Man talk. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon, which, again, kids, I warn you now, subscribe right now as you listen to this so you do not miss Lilith Hellfire's drunken reviews of Heroes Reborn. 4 months of them, kids. The anger and the alcohol.
The Phil torture show. Yeah.
The only thing will be flowing.
The summer of torture!
Hey, man, you tortured me for a year, so guess what?
I know.
I told you. We're at that point. We're just gonna, the Patreon especially, but even just the regular podcast is just us like torturing each other. Oh yeah, we'll take this.
It's like we're an old married couple or something.
Oh my! No, you're my sister. Remember?
Yeah. Officially, your mom said so.
So we're just siblings torturing each other, kids. All right. So. Find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. Although I must say our patrons are so looking forward to your drunken reviews.
Well, they didn't give me any alcohol recommendations, so how serious can they be about it?
The only thing we've flown more than that alcohol is that anger, kids.
I'm thinking moonshine.
Mexican moonshine.
A little Everclear.
Oh my. All right, Lilith Hellfire. Can anyone find you anywhere on social media, or have you scrubbed your presence completely?
I wish. I'm still on Facebook because I'm an old lady. I'm embracing the old ladiness. So if you want to friend me on Facebook, feel free. I'm on there like once every 2 weeks.
Oh, BS. You're not an old lady on Facebook. I don't see any dog pictures every day.
Well, not every day.
Look at my dog wearing his blanket.
Sweaters, Phil. Sweaters.
I know. She said she knits herself.
Either do the 6 or do the 9. Talking about meat is so natural for Ray.
It's like, what did I do?
Superior puss.
Well, we'll see.
Oh my!
If Elektra stays around.
Oh yeah.
Superior puss.
So good it could take down Captain America and Black Panther.
Superior puss.
And I was like, who is she, Bernie?
Oh.
Somebody was trying to sneak it in.
Yeah, that's Matt Murdock. All right. Thank you for joining us, kids. In 1 month, yes, Daredevil 197 through 200, plus whatever new stuff we got. which will at least be Daredevil and Echo.
Stop saying that.
What?
Sounds like a threat, not a promise.
Daredevil and Echo, you're getting it, kids. I didn't say Demon Goblin. It's gonna be such a random. Oh my god. And hopefully the next issue of Chip's Daredevil stuff. Oh my god, are we gonna be getting like a ton of Daredevil miniseries and stuff next year?
Well, they didn't really do much for Spider-Man, so.
Yeah, I know, but just like because that show's gonna be out. I mean,
we'll see. I've lost all faith in Marvel, honestly.
I know, but sometimes they'll put a series out just because there's a movie or TV show out. So, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy have something right now. So, all right, kids, come back next time, and remember, it's better to be with the devil you know than the devil you don't. Or Warren Ellis.
Well, Fistell's coming. Mark my words.
It's better to be with the devil you know than the devil you don't. Or Warren Ellis. Good night.